Buhari is shocked terrorists shot down military plane. The Nigerian military has lost 4 aircrafts in the past 5 months. President Buhari says he's shocked by the latest crash of an aircraft of the Nigerian Air Force, an Alpha Jet aircraft returning from a bombing mission between boundaries of Zamfara and Kaduna State was shot down by terrorists on Sunday, 18th of July, 2021. Flight Lieutenant Abayomi Dairo, who flew the jet, ejected before the crash and was successfully rescued from a settlement he sought refuge. Buhari applauded his gallantry in a statement released on Tuesday, July 20th. I was shocked by the devastating news of the aircraft, but felt much relieved following successful ejection by the pilot and his eventual rescue. May the injured pilot recover at the earliest time, he said. The president said he was pained by the crash, the 4th loss of a military plane since February. 7 personnel were killed in a fighter jet crash in Abuja 2021 after reporting engine failure, and another one that went missing, and with two personnel on board on March 31st and presumed to have crashed. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru and 10 other military personnel also died in a crash in Kaduna in May. This is very sad. I think for the Nigerian military, I think this gives red flags 100%. I am not part of the military. I do not know how it works. But if in the past 5 months, Nigeria has lost 4 aircrafts, with especially the Chief of Army Staff, losing his life. I think this just justifies why Nigerians should be worried anyway. They should be worried because it's just a bit like, how? You're basically saying, what, 80% of all fighter jets, of all jets that were meant to, or aircrafts basically, that were meant for the protection of the citizens have been destroyed, let alone we've also lost valuable members that are highly resourceful in terms of their experience when it comes to things like this. You've lost them as well. So it's like, I don't know why Buhari is talking when he should be doing certain things. Why are you shocked? You neglect, you're mediocre, you do not protect your own people. So I am very unsure as to how he's shocked, because I'm not gonna lie, from this statement I'm like, oh, Buhari said this, he can speak this good English, but I guess that's what it is. Someone said if he's a Fulani pilot, they wouldn't have downed the plane, useless idiots. Last time they used reverse gear to carry by female pilot, this one has escaped their plan. Congrats to Abayomi. I get so in certain ways. When it comes to these terrorists, I think it gets to a point where for some of them everything has gone beyond sentiment and who's from my tribe and all that. I think right now it's very much a case of them versus the government. So anybody that's representing the government or that is owned by the government, let's say like land, or who's represented by the government, or who's on the side of the government, they would be against them. I think that's just what it is. As someone says, stop crying, you fool. You know what you are doing. You are the one empowering them so they can overrun the nation. Particularly, your target is the South, but you have failed. There is no peace for the wicked. You know what? Let me go find something, because I think that this because again, it's like Buhari's selective responses to certain situations are just a bit like, excuse me, what do you think you're doing? Because I'm like, you would pull out resources that you can to get people exercising their human rights, yet you're not doing. I mean, this is so sad. Let me read. Okay, fine, I found it. So this is by Dr. Olufunmilayo on Twitter. He said, first the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, executed in Kenya. Now the arrest of ßAND1TS, executed in Cotonou. If the government is serious about getting anything done, they will. The only reason terrorism is thriving is because the government wants it. Let's read that again. If the government is serious about getting anything done, they will. The only reason terrorism is thriving is because the government wants it. If you don't know that yet, know it now. Recently, a quote bandit, close quote, posted on video that he kills and slaughters Nigerian soldiers. 2 days ago, a quote bandit, end quote, shot down a military fighter jet in the air. In capital letters, none of these terrorists arrested, none of them, full stop, not one, full stop. But today, the Nigerian government has arrested ßΑND1TS. That's it. I'm like, so you are, and I think the main thing to get here is that if the government is serious about getting anything done, they will. The only reason why all this is thriving is because they want it to. Because they want it to thrive. So it's like with the fighter jet and all that, it's like you neglect, I don't even know if they do proper training at this point. You neglect all these things and then you don't even take care. I mean, I'm so sure, I'm very, very sure that they do not invest as much because they steal a lot of money, they embezzle funds, and they don't care, they don't protect their own, they don't respect their own, and that is why they'll treat their own like basically trash. So it's like when your own is being treated like trash internationally, how is it their business? Because they don't care. Someone says, we have always known the moment the government classify anyone as a person of interest and place him on red alert, he must be found anywhere in the world, but bandits within are businessmen. The fact that government seems to be helpless tells a lot. Anyway, there's enough to go round. Someone says, now that ßAND1TS has been arrested, I hope we can finally turn our attention to Sheikh Gumi and his band of brothers with the capacity to shoot down military craft. Since Yoruba independence is obviously a bigger threat to Nigeria than actual terrorism. That's what it is. So again, my point by reading these comments is to highlight that if the government continues and allows certain things to happen and not put things in place, if they want certain things to thrive, it would thrive. You cannot tell me that in 5 months, 4 Nigerian aircrafts have crashed. How does that make sense? And especially when you've lost valuable resources and valuable assets to Nigerian safety, aka the Chief of Army Staff, in which, let's not even talk about the aftermath and the respect that he was given, but we move. But what I think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.